What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I've learned some things over the past couple of weeks, one being with this cart here, and I just kind of want to show you exactly what I'm talking about. This cart right here, once we got it built, the only kind of controller I had was the white controller. That was like a 2014 and a half and up controller. And this is like a 2010 golf cart. With that being said, it kind of works, but not really. What I mean by that is the golf cart will only ride, or it'll only go 10 miles per hour, fully charged. 10 miles per hour, like something's wrong with it. This is as fast as it'll go. I am maxed out running 10 miles per hour right now. I believe this right here cart utilized the gray controller, or either the black one. I think it's the gray one though. Now, I only had the white controller. I never did have a gray controller or black controller. I had a couple of extra white controllers. So that's what I put in here. And to my surprise, it kind of worked, 10 miles per hour. There's three ways of probably making everything work better. Getting the right controller. I could replace the wiring harness or modify the existing harness into the golf cart. That's what we're gonna do on today's video. There's a couple of different ways you could do this. You could go from the rear of the cart underneath the back end and do it. I think what we're gonna do is go in through the battery compartment side, remove the controller cover, lift it up and out, utilize it that way, or gain access to the controller and to the harness that way. First thing I'm gonna do, as anything, we're gonna put the tow run switch into the tow position. I'm also going to remove the negative and the positive connectors from the batteries. We just want to ensure there's gonna be no power on the controller at all while we're working with it. Next thing I went ahead and done is remove the bolt from the controller cover. It actually takes a T27 like here. I'm gonna try to access everything by not removing these two center batteries. However, if we have to, we will. Another thing to note is don't place this right here controller cover on top of the batteries. It will make continuity between the terminals. So if you do that, you wanna put a piece of cardboard or something over it to protect the battery terminals. All right, got the controller cover up and out the way. Got a piece of 1/4 inch board here protecting the batteries and everything else. Next, we're gonna gain access to the controller harness. This is the harness here. So on this hack here, we're gonna have to modify one wire here. We're gonna clip it away from this harness. We're gonna add a ring terminal and place it on the ground of the controller. Now that's gonna be pin 13. I got the harness upside down here. See, that's the top here. This right here is the bottom. This white wire here is gonna be pin 1. Yellow is gonna be pin 2. Purple with a white stripe is pin 3. All right, so we're gonna flip the harness back over. This is gonna be the upright here. Pin 9 is gonna start up here at the top right. Then you got 10, 11 is open. 12 is gonna be the blue wire, and then 13 is gonna be the black wire with the white stripe. We're gonna depin 13, place a ring terminal on it, and place it onto the ground of the controller. There it is. I went ahead and clipped it right here. I didn't depin it, I just clipped it back about an inch or so. I might cap this right here end off or put some heat shrink over it, just so nothing, I don't have to worry about it touching anything in the future. Then we're gonna take this right here and we're gonna put a ring terminal on it and attach it to the ground of the controller, which is this end cable right here. Now I went ahead and stretched this wire a couple of inches here. Did a butt connector with heat shrink. I did a ring terminal with heat shrink as well. I probably could have depinned it like the internet said. I've just learned my lesson on cutting wires and removing them And if we'd have depinned it, I don't have anything to repin it. So right now, if let's just say something did not work properly, we're still safe because I can still connect this back to that wire there. In case anyone was wondering, the bolts there that goes into the controller, the two that's together, those are the stock ones. The other one is one I got from the hardware store. And that's it here. This controller only had two, and then I have another controller that doesn't have any, so I bought enough hardware to replace that as well. I got one of these altitude crafts. It's like a bolt measuring, nut measuring chart here. Highly recommended if you work on anything in the garage or shop or whatever. And these are gonna be 8mm by 1.25 pitch thread. I'll place the link to this right here tool in the description below of this video as well. All right, got that wire on this little black terminal there. We need to plug in this little 4-port pin here. It's very tight because I have it stretched out. And I'm gonna plug this right here back in as well. Put everything back together and we should be good to go. I just can't plug this in with one hand because I have this right here kind of stretched out, but that just goes back there. And we're gonna get it back together and see exactly what we have. It already feels a little bit faster. Let's see exactly how fast it is. So it looks like we're starting to top out around 16 miles per hour. And I would say that one little wire trick worked. We were able to get it out of the 10 mile per hour mode. So it was kind of like it was like in a limp mode of some sort. So if you want to put a white controller on an older system, you can do that very simply by adding that little wire trick. There we go. Looks like we're done.